Oh boy, here we go again. And sorry, the title is not really hyperbole because unfortunately, another IRL streamer is at it again. Or at least another streamer in general. And it's crazy because we literally just went over Johnny Somali like the other week. And I generally thought maybe streamers would finally start learning, to not do this kind of stuff. But to give you a summary of what's going on, essentially, I guess this YouTuber, or I don't know what he is now, he's a streamer now, Vitaly, who has had a bit of a bit of an overstatement. He's had a bit of a controversial history when it comes down to various different eras of him. And so the other day, or I believe 2 days ago, as I'm recording this video, he was arrested in the Philippines. So I have here from the Philippine Star, Russian YouTuber Vitaly Zdorivetsky, cannot say that name, who harassed and disrespected Filipinos while filming at Bonifacio Global City in Taguig. Man, someone help me with these names. Was caught by police officers in front of a hotel along Seaside Boulevard in Pasay City on Wednesday, based on a mission order from the Bureau of Immigration, according to CIDG Director Major General Nicholas Torre III. And so that's what we have here. So naturally speaking, I'm a bit curious because I'm like, okay, another IRL streamer, what happened? So I checked their Kick, and yeah, he is gone. And so I will have to say one thing about Kick, even though that site, generally speaking, is the Wild West when it comes down to certain aspects. At least last time I was on there, or at least I checked it out. It turns out that not only do they ban you for doing illegal stuff, but stuff like this when it's high profile, you're not gonna last very long. So anytime you're breaking a law, it's like dunzo. But I do want to highlight that, before we really get into this case entirely, I do want to highlight a couple of other stuff that Vitaly has done in his past, because there's a lot. But I'm just going to go through two key eras to show you like a progression. So for instance, we can go back to his videos from almost 10 years ago about him doing pranks. Now, as you know, me and pranks are a little bit of a complicated relationship, okay? I think pranks can be done well. I think pranks can be very funny, but there's a fine line to draw between funny and, being a total menace. And so if you look at some of the old ones here, we have egging cars in the hood prank. I swear, doing pranks in the hood was like a fad back in the day. Then we have here Russian hitman $100,000 transaction prank, epic bottle prank. Yeah, so as you can see here, and this guy hefty views too, 19 million, 20 million, 70 million views. So you can see that a lot of people actually enjoyed these from way back when. So we're actually gonna watch a quick one to see what kind of pranks he was up to, and see if if they really stand the test of time when it comes to pranks.
Yo, I'm just cooking, bro. My stove broke. My stove broke. Dude, my stove broke. My stove broke, bro. I'm sorry. Dude, your car is nice, bro. Your car is very nice. Dude, what are you doing? Yo, stop.
No, man. Oh my God, man.
Yo.
Oh, dude.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That is actually a lot more harmless than I thought it was gonna be. Just because my brain, when it comes to pranks, it's very very much on the illegal side of things. But anyways, long story short, that's what he used to do way back when. Okay, so he started off with that, did pranks and stuff. And you can see that one had more or less a happier ending. So my stove broke's crazy. Now, even now, fast forward how many years later, now he is doing predator catches. All right, so last year he had quite a few predator catches, and let's just say some of these catches were a bit rough. So I do have a particular clip I want to show you guys where I believe he tased, well, I don't believe, but he tasered a predator, and then his buddy cuts the hair of the other one that's in there, which is kind of insane. Now, I don't need to tell you this, but if you're actually trying to genuinely lock up preds, there's a bit of a process you have to follow, but I'm not here to tell you that. You guys are intelligent enough to know that. But I just want to show you how insane this is, because no, just watch it. Just watch it, because I can't even explain it properly.
Move. Go. I think no. All right, come here.
What is it?
Come here, baby.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Give him a hot chip. You want to go home? I give him a hot chip.
Bueno, cómete esta mierda.
He's gonna eat it. Look, it's a hot chip.
Es un hot
Look at
chip.
it. They're listening today.
Es un hot chip. Cómetelo.
Motherfucker.
Cómetelo. Bitch ass pussy.
Bitch ass hot chip.
Give me the hot chip in the counter.
And I swear to God, if you told me this was like some kind of sick torture cult or something, or some dark room or red room stuff, I would probably believe you, because he tasered the first dude, and the other one he made him eat those hot chips. And for the record, those hot chips are like ridiculously hot, in case you know, and no water, no milk, nothing. So yeah, now I know maybe one or two might be thinking, okay, well, you know, they're predators, right? So what happens if, you know, what happens if they're the worst, they deserve it? Well, I would be inclined to agree with you. If you don't want people to be like this on the street, or you want to have less of them, you might want to, you know, get them properly arrested, because tasering them and making them eat chips against their will, more likely gonna lawyer's gonna see that and like, yeah, that's entrapment, at least based off of what I know. So, anyways, now that we have a history of Vitaly's behavior, seeing how he's been controversial for a while, now I do want to take a look at his current controversy, which is, of course, his act in the Philippines. And so, where do we begin? So, the first one that I figured that I saw that was circling around was he basically walked up to this lady who's just minding her own business, by the way. Like, she doesn't know him, never met him. And so... So the first time, he's like, stop or I'm going to rob you. Okay, first of all, what kind of sick individual says, I'm going to rob you if you don't stop? So naturally, the lady stops, he's like, I'm going to give you money. And so that is how the encounter starts. But let's watch it together, because the amount of actual, like, out of case studies I can make out of this video is surprising. Like, let's just watch it.
Excuse me, madam. To rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but alright. Trying to be nicer. You. No, yeah. Hey, something. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
So this is something that I actually do know, and I'm going to say this much. I believe that when it comes to like Asian countries in particular, though it's not normal over here like in Western countries, for the most part, if people are sick, they will wear a mask in order to, you know, not get other people sick. So that's pretty common knowledge for the most part. So I find it weird that he's like talking about COVID when that's been a common practice for like ages. And so now that we're here, yeah, and you also saw that clip as well. He was antagonizing security guards, which sorry, I just can't. I really don't understand how this works. And however, and on top of that as well, he's also been very reckless in the Philippines. So naturally, you'll be asking yourself, well, no, how much could you? How much worse could it possibly get? Okay, like how much worse could it possibly get when it comes down to this man's antics? And what if I told you that someone actually ended up confronting him over the matter, which just makes it even more insane, because someone went out of their way to talk to him, and this is exactly what the answer that he got.
When you show up here in the Philippines and you generally start like what happens behind the scenes when you're interacting with people here and you're messing around with them, I know it's a joke to you, but for the people here, they work hard, bro.
And guess what? And I tip him. What do you do? Exactly.
I run a software company and I provide housing for
So
the
you can't just talk shit, right?
I'm not talking shit.
So why
I'm
is it?
asking you why even make that content. Genuinely.
Because
like I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the fuck up, because I do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna follow?
I'm not gonna follow you.
Yo, I swear to God,
I'm
bro.
having a real conversation.
I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro. What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people fucking with others and putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my
I
own
haven't
vlog?
watched your streams. You're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect. And anything, Jesus loves you too. Let's go. Don't fucking touch me before I knock you the fuck out.
I'm not gonna knock you.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
I guarantee you're not gonna knock
Yo,
me.
back off.
Fucking walk.
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You can't security.
So anyways, so that all happened, and then of course naturally he got arrested, and his mugshot went around, and oh golly, even in his mugshot he looks like he looks like he does not care in his mugshot. But anyways, so what's my point here? Where are we going with this? Essentially, that's what happened in the Philippines, and unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to speak to someone who's from there, so I don't exactly know what the culture is like. But judging from how this gentleman here ended up approaching him, they're not very happy about it. And so, yeah, it's not looking good. Now we won't get into any legal stuff because unfortunately, I didn't look at any legal stuff for this video. I just wanted to, have a bit of a raw reaction to all this stuff going on, and I kind of want to talk about really, generally speaking, just like something about like content in general, and like why this kind of content is always going to suck no matter what. I'm not talking about like IRL like streaming or vlogging content. I'm talking about like just like rage bait or like outrage kind of stuff. Because you have to understand that even though most people will not be wanting to associate with this kind of, behavior, there's still a market for it. And so because there's a market for it, what is he going to do? He's going to bank on it. And so naturally, when someone banks on it, guess what happens next? They make money off of it. So these streamers or these people are doing it not because they don't care, but it's just like it's what makes them money. So if you're only driven by money, what else you gonna expect? Like I remember when I was looking into Johnny Somali, I don't know if I clipped it, but he actually said he keeps doing it because it makes him money. He doesn't care about locals. He doesn't care about this kind of stuff. So to me, trying to reason with any of these kind of people is not gonna make sense. And I genuinely believed, or at least I was naive enough to think that, okay, maybe if somebody is getting punished out here in Korea, maybe people are gonna stop. No way. And honestly, I think you could trace the whole menacing stuff back to like the Ice Poseidon days, where he was. I mean, his stuff was a lot more tame than this, but he's still, still kind of crazy to me. But like, where am I really going with this? I'm just saying that like, I just find that this type of content. I mean, we're still gonna keep calling it out, of course, because I don't like it. But it just goes to show you, there's like, man, there's some genuine losers out there, and it's not that's not the part I'm even mad at. I'm mad at there's people who give these losers kind of money, because not only does this guy, he botches up like pred catches, and then he goes to other countries and he makes a fool of himself. It's just like, you're not really helping or adding. You're not adding or taking away. Actually, you're taking away stuff, but you're not adding anything. So I don't understand how this works. Maybe someone can explain to me like why. And the fact that he's getting consequences so fast is something I could definitely appreciate, because I feel like, this is my own personal theory or something, but like, especially after the Johnny Somali in Japan incident, like I feel like a lot of these other countries are looking at it, it's like, yeah, we can't let these people slide and just make them fool of themselves in our country. And you know what? To that I say, I ain't complaining. Like, why would I complain about that? Doesn't make. But anyways, the point is, yeah, no. So Vitaly was out here causing a ruckus in the streets, and it's just like, yeah. But this is also nothing new to him, so I'm not surprised. And by the way, whenever his due process is done, he'll probably get out and do the same thing again. So he's just probably gonna go to, I don't know, some niche streaming site instead of doing it on Kick. So yeah, that's about it. But honestly, can this whole like IRL streaming public menacing stuff just can it just come to a close? Is that too much to ask? Because honestly, I would say I want to get sick of it, but no, I am sick of it, but it's just like, man, there's just so many better ways to explore culture, in my opinion. But that's just me. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look into this stuff, because it's generally getting on my nerves, and as you can tell here, it's just, it feels like it's only going to get worse. And as someone who eventually like to experience some of these cultures, it's like, yeah, like, come on, you make foreigners look bad. Make everybody look bad. Even if there's respectable ones, you make everybody look bad. So, in total, we all end up suffering. So, yeah. So, yeah, screw this guy, honestly. I don't care about him. Yeah, give him, toss the book at him. I do not care. Actually, not just one book. Toss 10 books. But, anyways, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my source down in the description below. But yeah, I'm done with this guy. Anyways, see ya.